Welcome back to the channel. It has been a very long time since I've done anything body-wise to the Hellcat Magnum. And right behind me, as you can see, I have this huge box right here. And I'm sure you can guess what's inside. So there is a Redeye hood inside this box. And since I finished painting the car, I shortly after got this hood and I've been needing to paint it. So today my friend Chris is going to let me use his paint booth so I can get this thing painted, get it on the car, and get the air intake temps lower. So right now I have a factory Charger Hellcat hood, and unfortunately I have, well, not unfortunately, I have a Redeye intake. So it's working like a leg maker intake right now. It's sucking all that hot air out of the engine bay, and I have 194, 95-ish air intake temps, which is way too high. Once it gets to the intercooler bricks, it does drop it to 120, which is actually pretty amazing, but it's way too high still. So the great thing about the Redeye hoods is they force feed air from the center of the hood into the air box. So I should have nice, crisp, ambient air intake temps, and then the intercooler bricks will then cool it down further from there. Dark gauge cluster, but my intake air temp, it's 60 degrees out and it's 118. It's just sucking all that air out of the engine bays. Dude, my intake air temp's at 125. It just keeps going up because all the air that's in the engine bay is getting hotter and hotter. All right, just got over to my friend Chris's body shop and we're going to swap the hoods really quick, but this is the last look at this Charger hood. That's giving me leg maker intake, like 150 degree air intake temps, and when it's 60 degrees outside. So can't wait to have those 60 degree air intake temps. Well, it just doesn't, so the center scoop, see, it doesn't do anything. Air out of the engine bay, the other hood seals up against this, and it sucks all the, did you loosen both of them? Okay. Feel the hot air coming out of the engine? Yeah, that's,
is it hitting?
huh?
Does the engine hit?
Hit what?
The hood?
No. No, this hood's made for that. car. R.I.P. hood. I'll go grab those things. Yeah, just don't go and cross-thread the threads. Okay.
Why? Did you cross-thread some before?
No, but there's probably pain in them, and
You're fine.
probably gonna. There's, how is it over there? Close?
It's not touching. I think it's too far.
Huh?
There's about some.
No, it needs to go that way, but I mean, it'll be good. I'll line it home as long as it doesn't hit. Yeah. Who's this? Yeah, so. Oh, is it not tight? I tightened mine. Sweet.
I like the other bit better.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
I like the scoops farther forward.
Oh. Well,
And the bigger.
well, the issue with that is, so those heat things sit right over the intake because the intake's not supposed to be open, because that's a Redeye intake for this hood. And then the heat extractors are so far forward that it actually doesn't get any heat out of the engine bay.
No, I'm sure this one's more functional.
Because it's, yeah, it's like a redesign. But yeah, I'll go home, tap that thing, and
What do you have to make a molding for this back too?
yeah, that'll be easy. I just 3 scan that, and I'll just do it do 2 pieces out of like wood, and then I'll just press a piece of tin and then wrap it like I did these in some satin black vinyl.
What's with your airbag in that?
Huh?
Your airbag.
What about it?
Do you need one or?
I just don't have it in there.
Oh.
Because, well, I need to buy one, but I don't have it in there because it's a pain in the ass to get them out, and I need to pull the steering wheel anyway when I put the dash in.
Are they all the same? Or
Pretty much.
Yeah, and you don't have an airbag?
Not for this yet.
I think I have one.
Does it say SRT on it?
It was out of that SRT. Let me see if I got it.
New hood is on, and man, this thing looks so much better with this hood. One thing is the one hole on this side was starting to, it didn't want to thread in, so I need to tap out the clear. I didn't want to cross thread the hood. But besides that, I like that the heat extractors are back here. I have all this trim and I need to put it on there, but yeah, it's coming together. What do you think about it?
Top to me the carbon?
Yeah, the roof weighs 3 pounds.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. It's not bad. I need to do the hatch. The hatch is heavy. I'm going to do it out of the same carbon Kevlar, so it's light. And then still paint this the same color. Then the wing will be carbon. All of it will be carbon on the roof.
That'd be awesome. And so lightweight compared to that hatch. It's got to be.
Well, those hatches, the stock Magnum ones weigh, dude, they have to weigh 100 pounds with the glass and everything in them.
Yeah.
So if I could get it down to like 50, that'll be, because I'll still have glass, and unless I do plexiglass, which I really don't want to do. I'm now back from the body shop, and I have the new Redeye hood on the car. The first hood I painted, I actually painted this latch, and this time I just left it black. I think it looks a lot nicer, but the hood will need to be wet sanded and buffed like the rest of the car, so it looks nice and smooth. But I want to wait a month because then the clear has enough time to dry properly, and shrink properly, because if you sand it and buff it too soon, it could end up kind of shrinking back and showing stuff that you don't want to show later on down the road. I also lined up the hood so it's all nice and aligned perfectly. So we're going to get all of these ducts in, as well as, or the grills, I guess, ducts or grills, whatever you want to call it, as well as I have all of the trim, or I have all the rubber seals that go on the hood as well, brand new. So we have the center duct or grill, and then we have the two grills right here. Why don't they give you the hardware? I don't understand that. But yeah, let's get these on the car. Damn, looks like I know what I'm doing. Man, they're like stuck in there. Now have the bezel installed, and as you can see, it will now seal up against the air box, making all that air from this center scoop right here ram into the air box, which will all be nice and cool. What I'm gonna need to do is get some rubber plugs to fill these holes right here. There's 4 of them in the front, and then there's the small ones. Usually the hoods have tape on them. There's like a little piece of tape that's cut out a little bit larger than the hole, because all the air that's going through this center vent is going to be going into the air box, and air likes to escape whichever way is easiest. So if these are open, it'll try to escape from there. So I'm gonna find some rubber plugs that plug all these up. There's also some big round ones right here and right here. And once all that's sealed up, we should have the maximum amount of air, or cooler air, going into the intake. The Redeye hood is finally on the Hellcat Magnum, and it is a huge upgrade over the factory Hellcat hood, just because lower IATs, plus it looks so much better. The one thing I really like about this hood, other than the IATs, is how much further the scoop is forward, and then it doesn't have those little heat vents so far forward. And then these heat vents are actually functional because they're further back on the hood, which is nice, because then the air coming out of the radiators has a way to escape out the back instead of trying to escape out the front of the hood. Plus, all of that cold air going through the center scoop goes directly into the Redeye intake. I think it is just a huge upgrade over a factory Charger Hellcat hood if you have the air box to accommodate or go with the hood. So I'm gonna end the video here. I have some stuff that I got from Cut Send so I can get the carbon fiber seats into the car finally. I actually had to redesign a bunch of stuff to make everything work so it actually goes together and bolts together. I wish I would have known I didn't have to cut up the factory seat bracket. I could have just kept it all together. I thought that I would have had to utilize it, but unfortunately I just had to go and, actually not really, unfortunately, I like doing it. I had to go and redesign the whole thing. So now it is gonna be a whole, kind of a whole custom assembly, but it's still gonna retain the up and down function. And then it's gonna be a manual rail forward and back, because the Alfa Romeos use a manual rail forward and back, but they have up and down. So short people are driving the car, they could adjust it up, and then they could adjust the seat forward and back. So the great thing about those seats is that they only weigh, I think I weighed them with the rail. The seat by itself weighs 22 pounds. And then I think with the rail, it weighs like 30. So it weighs, both seats weigh as much, actually a little under what a Hellcat seat, one Hellcat seat weighs. So we're gonna be saving quite a bit of weight, not very much, but quite a bit in the grand scheme of things. But I'm gonna end the video here. If you like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button, throw a thumbs up, throw a comment below, share this video with a friend, and as always, see you guys next time.